Hey friends, it's Abby from OP. I'm back to do another craft kit workshop walkthrough with you, which is really exciting. Last video we did part 1 for our upcoming craft kit workshop, Spa Day, and that was how to make the homemade sugar scrub, which was delicious and smelled really good. But this week we are going to be going through how to make what we call glimmer flags. So to clarify, what is a glimmer, Abby? And a glimmer, we actually have it on our cute little instruction sheet here, but a glimmer is a noun, and it's a person, a place, or a thing, or an idea that brings you joy. It could be a happy memory, it could be something that you love, or just something that you enjoy. Anything that makes you feel a little glimmery inside. You know what I mean? Glimmers are great. Now that you know what a glimmer is, we can move into getting you set up for how to do this craft. For glimmer flags, you're gonna need pipe cleaners. I put them in a little bundle so they wouldn't get mixed up all in your bag. Feel free to undo them, and you just gotta straighten them out a little bit like this, and you just have a little cluster of pipe cleaners, like a little happy rainbow. Okay. Grab your yarn. With the yarn, I do a little thing where I kind of tie these in the middle, just really gently so that the yarn doesn't come undone in your bag, and you can just undo them by pulling the loop off the center, and then it just unravels really easily. You will also need your bag of beads, your markers, I have black and pink, your little sheet of stickers. You might have some that look different than mine. That is okay, all stickers are good stickers. Well, usually, well, I don't know if that's true, but these stickers are good stickers. So grab your stickers. You are also going to need your squares of paper. They should have holes punched in the top, so you don't have to worry about getting the holes poked in there. I did that for you. You're welcome. And once you have all of these supplies in front of you, then we can go ahead and get started. But step 1, we are going to brainstorm a little bit. So I have myself a little piece of scratch paper here. You need to find glimmers that fit each of these prompts. A positive word you use to describe yourself, that's number 1. A happy memory you have with a friend, a family member, a pet, etc. A favorite snack to eat, your favorite drink, something that helps you relax, something that brings you joy, and something that you've done that you're proud of. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, which is perfect because we have 7 flags. So take a second, write down what your glimmers are so we don't lose those, and once you have that written down, we can move on to the next step. Alright, you should have your glimmers written down in front of you. You're about to learn some fun things about me. I'm going to read mine to you just to give you an idea of the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So for example, the first one, a positive blah blah blah. So for the first one, a positive word I would use to describe myself is playful. I love to joke around and play around and be kind of silly. I think I'm playful and I love that about myself. A happy memory that I have with a friend is, well, Halloween just happened and I didn't do a whole bunch, but I did have a really fun Halloween dance party with my best friend and it was awesome. My favorite snack to eat is number 3, and my answer for that one is jerky. I love jerky. It's just delicious. Like that's all there is to it. It's yummy and I like it a whole bunch. Number 4, is your favorite thing to drink, right? And I put bubble tea. I love bubble tea. So good, especially lavender or rose flavored bubble tea. Oh, so yummy. Number 5, something that helps you relax. I put down books and reading. I love to read. It's just nice to let something else do all the thinking for me for a little bit. And I really like stories, so reading relaxes me. Something that brings me joy is number 6. I wrote my kitty. I have a big ol' orange kitty cat who's been in some of my videos, and his name is Chester. And I love him very much, even though he's kind of a bitey monster. But that's okay. Sometimes the people or the cats that love you bite you. Oh, you know. I still love him anyway. And number 7, finally, is something that I have done that I am proud of. I have been reading a whole bunch this year, and I just finished reading a book series that is 14 books long. And I did it, I read the whole thing. So I'm really proud of myself for that because there were definitely points where I wanted to stop. So now that we have our glimmers laid out for us, what we're gonna do is you're gonna pick 1 glimmer to go on each piece of your colored paper. And the paper could be, you know, you can pick whichever ones you want to go on whatever colors. The markers in your bag are what you should be using to decorate your cards with. That being said, if you have markers or colored pencils or other things you like to use at home, feel free to use those. You're not limited to your 2 colors of marker that I sent you. I am going to use these ones though because I like the challenge of being limited in the colors that I can use. I think it makes me think about how I draw things and how I write things a little bit more, and it inspires me to be creative. So I'm going to use these 2, but feel free to do whatever you want at home. You're either going to write the words, or you could draw a picture, or just decorate each card in a way where you have one card that reminds you of each Glimmer, so that when you look at it you could say, oh yes, this one is about all those books that I read that I'm really proud of, and this one is about my cat, and this one is about bubble tea. So you want to make sure that each Glimmer is specific to each piece of paper. Got it? Flag's done. Ta-da! They're all finished, and now we can move on to the next step. First, I will show you how to put the flags onto your piece of yarn. You can make it as long or as short as you want. It's totally up to you. You can make it so it hangs this way, or if it hangs straight up and down. It's your choice. Channel your inner creativity. What you're going to do is you're going to take your yarn, and you're going to go in one hole, go across, and then go back in the other hole. And ta-da! And it should stand there just fine. If you are worried about your flag moving around too much, you can always pause at each hole. So I'll take this out just to show you. And you can tie just a really simple knot around that hole, but that way your flag won't move around at all. And then you want to do the same thing on the other side. So put your string through the hole, pull it through, and then just tie a really gentle knot. You don't want to tie it too tight because you don't want to rip your paper. That would be a big bummer. And now you can see that my flag is not going to move anywhere. So now that I have my flag on my string, before I put the rest of my flags on, if I want to add beads, I'm going to take some of my beads and I'm going to string them on, and I'm going to put some of these in between each flag. I don't know how many beads each of you got, but just remember that you're just working with what you have, and if you have more beads at home, you can always use those. I really like these shiny metal ones, so I'll take the other end of my string and I'll stick it through. Sometimes getting the yarn wet makes it a little easier. And you can slide it in and then slide it all the way down. And then you have beads. Maybe a wooden bead and then another silver bead, and then I'm going to move on to my next flag. And this process you're just going to repeat as you go until you get all of your flags on your string. And then I'll show you what you can do with your pipe cleaners. At this point you should have your flags on your string. See all my flags? Well, you got bubble tea and the playful and jerky. I didn't know how to draw jerky, so I just wrote the word. I have the ghosts that are supposed to be my Halloween dance party. I've got this book, Lord of the Rings. It's my favorite because that's something that brings me joy. I have my kitty, and I have something I'm proud of, which is all the books that I've been reading. So I have my beads in between each one, as you can see. So now I'm at a point where I can do the final steps of my decoration, which is using pipe cleaners and stickers to add any extra fun details that I want. I am going to take my pipe cleaners, I'm going to loop them around all of the yarn across the top and see if I can just add a little bit more color. Like this. Ta-da! I used my pipe cleaners and I just kind of laced them through the top, and I put some on the ends to make some cute little shapes. And this is my flag. And I think it turned out really sweet. I hope you had a lot of fun with yours. You can add stickers if you want. I really like the way mine is right now, so I'm not going to add any stickers. And it just means I have stickers now that I can use for whatever I want. This is the end of the craft. There are no more steps other than finding a good place in your space to hang this, so that if you're having a bad day or you just want a reminder of all the things that bring you joy, you have these Glimmer flags around and you can just take a look and feel a little sparkly. So thanks for doing crafts with me. I hope we can do it again soon. If you're interested in doing more stuff with us, you can always check us out on our website or on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We have a whole bunch of stuff. We have a whole new calendar of workshops that's going to be coming out for winter, which is, for us, it starts in January, but we have a lot of workshops that are still going on up until then, so just come and hang out with us. Check it out. You can call us, email us, we're happy to help. So stay safe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. unrelated, well, sort of related. These are smelly markers, which I'm sure you might have discovered at this point, but I hope you enjoyed the smells that you got, and if you don't like them, you don't have to use them. I'm sorry for whoever got black licorice. This one is not my favorite. It's just terrible. Ugh.